We're going to do a couple other examples of creating equivalent equations. All right, for this first one, we're going to create an equivalent equation to this equation. 7 is equal to negative x over 4. All right, and we're going to multiply both sides by 4. Before we do that, let me remind you that another way to write this problem would be like this. 7 is equal to x over negative 4. Right? So these two statements are the same. Right? So just wanted to remind you that this x divided by negative 4, a positive divided by negative, is a negative. Right? These two things are the same. Right? And actually, putting it in this format is going to make it easier for us to do this problem. All right, so let's multiply the both sides by 4. Right? I'm going to multiply the left by 4, and I'm going to multiply the right by 4. Right? I'm going to make on the right-hand side, I'm going to write this as 4 over 1. That's going to make that easier, right? Because 4, same thing as 4 over 1. All right, so now, on the left, we have 4 times 7, that's 28. That's easy. And then on the left, on the right, let's see what we have here. All right, we have 4 here, and we have negative 4. Well, what's that going to give us? Right? Well, if I simplify that, 4 divided by negative 4, right, this is going to give me a negative 1. Right? 4 divided by 4 is 1. Negative 4 divided by 4 is negative 1. Right? So we're left with x over negative 1, which is the same thing as negative x. Right? Because x divided by negative 1 is negative x. All right, so our equivalent equation would be this. 28 is equal to negative x. I want you to do the next one. I want you to pause the video and see if you can create an equivalent equation to 7 is equal to negative x over 4, and this time multiply by negative 4, and see what you get. Go ahead and pause and do that. All right, welcome back. Let's see what you got. So I'm going to go and do this, and again, I'm going to rewrite this as 7 equals positive x over negative 4. All right, and let's go ahead and multiply both sides by negative 4. Right, so we have negative 4 over 1. That's the same thing as multiplying by negative 4. On the left, we have negative 28. On the right, what's going to happen? Well, we have negative 4 divided by negative 4. That divides out to be 1. 1 over 1. So we have 1x over 1, which is just x. So this time, we have our equivalent equation, negative 28 is equal to x. All right, we have 2 more. And this time, I want you to try both of these yourself and see what you get. You have this equation, 6x is equal to 15x minus 7. And we're going to do that for both of these. For example 7, I want you to divide both sides by 3. For number 8, I want you to multiply both sides by 1/3. And let's see what you get. All right, go ahead and pause and do that, please. Let's see what you got. For number 7, I'm going to divide both sides by positive 3. All right, so that's going to give me 6x divided by 3 is 2x. And then here, don't forget we have to divide both sides by 3. So this would be 15x divided by 3 minus 7 divided by 3. All right, let's see how we can simplify this. So we have 2x, and then 15x divided by 3, that would be 5x. And then here, negative 7 over 3, that doesn't divide evenly. I'm just going to leave that as a fraction. So there we go. 2x is equal to 5x minus 7/3. Let's see what you got for the other one. Let's see if you got the right answer in this one. All right, we're going to multiply both sides here by 1/3. So we're going to do 1/3 times 6x. And then we're also going to do 1/3 times 15x minus 7. All right, so on the left, let's go ahead and multiply this. This is the same thing as saying 1/3 times 6x over 1. And then on the right, let's distribute the 1/3. This is going to be 1/3 times 15x plus, let me move this over, plus 1/3 times negative 7. right? And we can, of course, write 15x as 15x over 1, and we can write negative 7 as negative 7 over 1. Let's see what we get. We get 6x over 3, and then we get 15x over 3, and then we get a positive times a negative is going to be a negative, negative 7 over 3. Interesting. Let's simplify this further. We get 6x divided by 3, which is 2x, and then 15x over 3 is 5x, and then lastly we have negative 7/3. Right? So here's our equivalent equation. 2x is equal to 5x minus 7/3. And hopefully you notice that we got the same thing for example 7 that we got for example 8. And that's because dividing both sides by 3 is the same thing as multiplying both sides by 1/3.